Naka everybody, and welcome to another episode of Stylish. I'm your host Fuzz. It is such a privilege to be joining you in your living rooms and your village halls again this wonderful Tuesday evening. Today we will be talking about something that is central to all of our experiences, our bodies. We're going to be talking about how to take care of our bodies. I myself have recently got onto a health kick because it is time for me to start to take care of myself a little bit better, especially post-COVID-19, and that's the journey I hope to share with you over the next 20 weeks. Of course, also I will be speaking to 3 incredible women about what body positivity means to them, and we're going to get some styling tips along the way. Hello everybody, so here I am outside the USP Fitness Center in La Valle Beach at the USP main campus. It is my favorite gym in the whole of Suva. It's very, very well equipped, so shout out to the USP Fitness Center. After COVID-19 and after the lockdown, I mean, look, we're still living in COVID-19, but after our experience of COVID-19, I think that it's time for all of us to get a little bit healthy. Your body is really important. As we say, your body is a temple. So my body also is a temple that might have been abused over the last couple of weeks. So it's time for me to head in there and see my trainer, Philly. Philly is an incredible human being who knows what it is to train your mind and your body together. So that's what we'll be doing over the next 20 weeks. In this episode, we're going to go a little bit more in detail. We're going to learn a little bit about Philly. We're going to learn about his process. And then I'm looking forward to taking you on a journey over the next 20 weeks of me getting healthy. So come on in there with me. Let's get in there. Let's torture me and see how it all goes. So Bulwanak everybody, here we are at the USP gym with my trainer Philly. So Philly saw me at my almost heaviest, and then I lost a bit of weight and I was getting all healthy, and then COVID happened, and then I just decided to give up. Yeah. But tell me a little bit about you. Just so, I mean, I know about you, but tell the audience about you. So what's your background? How did you get into personal training?
Okay. Well, I started working here back in 2013, so I started as a student assistant. And I used to train because I come from I used to play rugby. So I used to, right from when I was 8, right in high school. So I made all the age groups for Fiji rugby.
And which high school did you go to?
Marist.
Of course.
Yeah, good school. I started getting injured more when towards my late 20s. And then I finally realized that I needed to learn about what I was doing in training. And that caught my attention, and then I just developed it from there on how to do technique. And then people just started asking me how they do things, because I used to spend a lot of time in the gym. And then it just started from there. The boss of the USP Fitness Center, Mark, offered me a job as a student assistant in 2013. And then one of my friends, girl, Sophie, she asked me to train her, and then she paid me. And then it started from there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like discovering that your body was not exactly what you thought it was.
Yeah.
So even though you were like fit, like you were a rugby player, but despite the fact that you were fit, you weren't like, your body was not fit.
It's totally different when I train yourself and my other clients. It's teaching each and every person how to train. So it's more into technique, because even when I was playing rugby, I'd leave it to the trainer and not really know what to do. So when my trainer wasn't there, I'd most likely get hurt because I was doing it wrong. So it took me quite a while to realize that I needed to study what I was doing.
We'll come back to Philly later in the episode, but now let's head to meet pint-sized fashionista Mercy Naulu in Suva City. Hi everybody, so here we are in the middle of Suva City, outside Trendy Fashions, a very well-known local boutique. What a lot of people don't know is one of my very favorite style stars, Mercy Naulu, a dear friend of mine, actually works in here as the manager. Mercy is a pint-sized style superstar. She's only 5 foot. She's expressed to me multiple times how it can be difficult for her to find clothes for somebody who's her height and her build and her size. So we're going to have a chat to her about how she styles herself and also get some tips for other people like her. Come on inside. Hello, Mercy.
Hello, everybody.
I see you pretending to be busy. How are you?
Good, how are
So
you?
everybody, this is Mercy. You might remember her from a previous episode of Stylish, where she spoke to us about trendy fashions and what they do. But today Mercy's going to talk to us about herself. So Mercy, tell us, what is it like being a pint-sized superstar?
A pint-sized superstar. It's good. It's challenging. It can be challenging. Finding clothes that fit me well or that aren't too long for me, like especially jeans and stuff like that. But yeah, it's fun being as Fuzz likes to call me, a happy meal. So I'm a
You
happy
are a
meal.
happy meal, aren't you? You have said to me a couple of times that you've had to shop in children's wear departments and children's stores.
Yeah.
Do you find interesting things in those circumstances?
I do. If you shop in the children's section, right? It's my best kept secret. Like if I'm doing secondhand shopping, or if I'm even shopping at a like Kmart or something like that, or even in Jack's, and you want a T-shirt or you want like a crop top, and you check the children's section, you will find something that's your size. So the top half, I'm like a 6 and 8. So, or children's size 12. I have to remember that when I go shopping.
So do you remember that? Like when you go, do you remember your children's size as well?
Yeah, I do, yeah. So like I'm a size 10 or a size 12 in the kids section, but a 6 in the adults.
Okay. Now in your business, in this place, at Trendy Fashions, do you come across other people like yourself?
Yes,
Who have the same challenge of height?
Yeah. we all, so when they come in, they ask for stuff that are their size, that are small, and luckily we have stuff that have belts, and like a petite sized woman is lucky if she has a belt. So like with the dress that I'm wearing right now, it's got
Come and stand for the audience so you can have a look.
it's got elastic at the back and a belt, so it's easier to just sort of make it fit me, make it complement my size.
Your size.
Yeah. This is a work look that I've chosen. Again, I really like plain colors. Actually, that's a lie. I love wearing bright colored things, but for work, I have to tone it down a little because my shop is already bright enough as it is. So I've chosen this. This is a suede. I think it's called suede. I don't know. Crop top. I'm a sucker for crop top, and simple high-waisted pants. When we do a close-up, I'll explain to you about why these have all these certain lines and how they accentuate my curves, my little curves. So they are nice high-waisted pants. You've got these sort of pleats here to just help make the curves come out a little. The pants aren't really wide leg, but they also aren't tight fitting, so they look formal. And got a nice zip, and you can tell that I've gotten the bottom part of my pants hemmed because again they were too long, and we're fortunate enough to be in a country where getting something hemmed or getting something taken in doesn't cost you like 30 Australian dollars. Like if you find a nice pair of jeans or a nice skirt that's too long for you, don't be afraid to go to a tailor and ask them to get them taken in, or just fold it up or fold it stylishly. If you go on YouTube, you can find stuff that sort of teaches you tricks and little ways, life hacks they call it, to fold up pants or tuck them in, or tie a nice top to make it fit you properly. And so I got the pants hemmed because they were too long for me, and this is my work look. I love a good simple look, but also a bit professional,
More from Mercy later in the episode, but first, right after the break, we come back and speak to Philly about training the Pear Shape body type. We also travel to Nausori to meet the queen of thrift shopping herself, Miss Rita Khan. So speaking of bodies, there's all different body shapes, right?
Yeah.
So particularly in the Pacific, I mean, people often say that people in the Pacific are larger build. Another thing, particularly amongst women in the Pacific, although in men too, in a lot of instances, the lower half of the body tends to be larger than the upper half of the body. Does that change the way that we are supposed to train?
It does. If your lower body is more predominant, so that means you've got more muscle mass around your thighs and your glutes. So with more muscle mass, you'll have more fat around those muscles. So that's why you see if you're low heavy, that's where you put on most of your the fat will go to. But that changes the way you train, because you'll be stronger in your lower body. So that means your squats will be better, Hip mobility most likely will be good, but that also means that we'll focus more on leg training, just to burn, but not necessarily just squats, but lunges, like Bulgarian split squats,
they're very painful.
box step ups, and all those nice things that, that you do.
They're not nice, they're really painful.
So
I
yeah.
happen to be one of those people.
So
the bottom half is predominant.
Yeah. So while doing that, you just have to focus on that. That doesn't mean you neglect upper body, but that just means you're stronger in terms of doing leg exercises.
The body type that Philly is talking about is commonly referred to as a pear shape. We'll come back and speak to him soon, but now let's go and visit Mercy again, who talks to us about how to dress a petite pear-shaped body type. Along with, so you're exactly 5 foot, right?
Yes,
But you're
exactly
also
5
an
foot.
island woman,
Yeah.
and you have the build of an island woman. So are you, as my trainer said this morning to me, are you also predominant in your lower half?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Does that itself present a set of challenges in the way you dress?
Yeah, it does. So because a lot of, we talk about jeans, right? A lot of jeans that are small don't really fit my hips, right? So if I pull them up, they will only reach, just reach above my knees. And then after that, around this area, around my hips and waist, around my hips actually, it's really hard to find jeans. So I always have to buy something stretchy. Right, and then the disadvantage with that is you buy something stretchy, it fits you properly, and then obviously, it's trendy to have for women to have high-waisted jeans, right? So we wear high-waisted jeans, but then it'll be too long for someone my height. So all of my jeans, most of my pants, my skirts, I get them tapered. Well, I get my pants tapered, right? That's what they're called.
Yep.
Yeah, I get my pants tapered. I get my skirts cut short, my dresses cut short. If I'm lucky, I find something that's the perfect length for me.
Thank you, Mercy, for your insights and advice. It's becoming increasingly clear that the pear-type body shape is amongst the most common body shapes in Fiji and the Pacific. Now we head to Nausori, where we meet style star Rita Khan, who is also the queen of thrift shopping. So here I am in the middle of Nausori town. I will admit it's not somewhere that I'm particularly familiar with, but I'm on my way to visit one of my favorite fashionistas in the whole of Fiji, Miss Rita Khan. Rita is an incredible style star. She's always impeccably dressed, and she's almost exclusively dressed in second-hand clothing bought in Nausori. Born and bred in the Delta town, she's going to give us a little bit of a tour of one of her favorite shops as well. So come with me. Hello everybody, so here we are at the amalgamated office in Nausori with one Miss Rita Khan. Rita is one of my all-time favorite stylistas in Fiji. Every time I see you, you look incredible.
Thank you.
Now she's going to pretend to be shy. So tell me, where did your love of clothes and dressing up start?
Not when I was little. When I was little, I was more tomboyish, just shorts and t-shirt most of the time. It's probably when I just started working, then I just love to dress up.
Do you think that some of that tomboy style still comes through in the way that you...
Yeah. Sometimes I like wearing the baggy pants and jeans and t-shirt, but more, I like to dress up more now.
So I know for a fact that you absolutely love thrift shopping. It's one of your favorite things to do.
Yes.
So what is it about thrift shopping that gives you a thrill?
First it's cheap, and then all the designer clothes there. You can't get that. I mean, I'm not going to walk into a designer shop in the mall because it's so expensive. So I like to go to the thrift shops. And not only that, then when you go, you don't it's more like when you go treasure hunting. It's exciting, and then every week they put out, there's new stock, new selection of clothes. And then they have genuine vintage clothes as well, which I love. I love vintage.
And what's sort of your favorite era of vintage?
Would be 60s.
What about the 60s in particular?
It was elegant, simple, clean. The hair, I like the way they wear their hair, the jewelry and their clothes, the shoes, the bags. Oh my God, the bags. Yeah, it was nice, elegant, simple and elegant.
It was the
And
accessories
the
and the colors, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that actually. A lot of the time when you've been out to events, you do have very sort of 60s flair.
There, see?
Is there anything else about the 60s that you do in your life? Do you watch 60s movies?
Yes. I like watching the 60s movies. I just like to see the way they dress.
Do you think that you learned fashion through film or through print or?
Film, mostly films, yeah.
Now, is there anybody else in your family that is as into fashion as you are?
I don't think so. Well, my older sister, she loves dressing up, so I like the way she dresses. She dresses up well as well. And the other sister too, Rachel, she dresses well too.
Are you just trying to be fair now? So tell me, do you have body image issues? It is, I mean, it's a very common thing now, but do you feel like you have body image issues?
No, I don't. Thank God I'm one of those people that don't have any issue with my body. I'm happy because I know how to dress my body type. I think I'm a pear shape.
I think you said before that you're a pear.
Yes, I think
One
I'm
of
a
your
pear.
friends told you that you were a pear.
Yes.
But it's actually a common shape for Pacific Island women.
Yeah, yeah.
To be smaller on the top and to be wider at the hips. So
Yes,
does that
I'm
make
one
it,
of them.
But does it make it difficult for you to shop?
No.
Because you know how to shop.
Yeah, because I know what to wear, what clothes look good on my shape.
So you're born and bred in Nassau.
No, sorry, yeah.
And so you find most of your thrifted finds here, right?
My thrift shops.
Is there anywhere better than Nassau to go shopping?
No, I like No Sorry because we got, in No Sorry we got about probably more than 10 thrift shops in No Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Nassau town alone?
I don't have to come all the way to Suva or Nakasi or Balelevu or wherever. Just No Sorry's got all the shops. So most of my favorite shops in No Sorry, all the second-hand shops.
And so your wardrobe is basically completely thrifted in Nassau.
I think I go every week. Once a week, but every week. I have to.
That is awesome. So you're going to be taking us to a couple of your favorite finds in a little bit, aren't you?
If you like, yeah,
Yes,
I can
I'll
take
have
you.
to. Coming up after the break, we go back to Philly, who talks to us how to remain consistent to achieve your health goals, before joining Rita again, who takes us shopping at her favorite thrift store. If you're just joining us now, my personal trainer Philly has been giving us some healthy living tips, and we've been joining some of my style stars who are giving us tips for dressing for every body type. How do you feel all of the rest of your clients did?
Yeah, all of them felt pretty much the same. They all went in. The first month was positive, and then the last 2 months was, everyone starting back at week 1.
Starting back at week 1,
Week
day
1,
1, hour
week
1,
day
minute
1.
1.
I had a client start this morning. Yeah, same thing. So everyone's just going slowly.
Yeah, I think it was like everybody kind of thought, okay, we're going to be really healthy when it first happened because we have time.
Yeah.
And the gyms were closed, and then I think the stress of the situation set in, and that was
No one
that,
had ever been through it.
Yeah, exactly. What is your sort of general advice to women or to men in terms of what it is that they should be training for strength in sort of middle age?
Okay, I think first would be whichever middle age, or if you're in your late teens or early 20s, it's always to be consistent. If you want change in anything, you have to be consistent. And consistent, like you have to work at it, because like both of us know, starting again is hard, and then especially in training, it's really hard because you'll only have your trainer with you for probably an hour to an hour 30, and then after that you go back home, and then but the motivation doesn't stop there. And don't give up, like in the sense that if you're middle-aged, you still can accomplish goals. Like you still can lose weight, you still can get stronger, you still can eat healthier, you still can improve your cardio, breathing, but you just have to be consistent with it just much longer. But it's not impossible.
And to younger people, do you think that young people should learn about their bodies to prepare for the future?
Yes.
Because there's a lot of kids. I mean, like, when I walk through the gym, there's people who are like 16, 17, 18. They're out there, they're like pumping iron, like hardcore. But whether they necessarily know about the things you said, like things like injury and all of that, overwear of tendons and muscles.
I think now with the readily available of information online, young people should make an effort to read and research. Just not on like the types of exercises or that will make them look good, but will make them stronger. So not only biceps, but do legs effectively. Research on food, Because back when I was young, I didn't have it. You had to go to the library. I didn't like the library. I love YouTube because they explain it to you.
Yeah.
And I love when people explain it to me and then I do it. If I read, it's really, really hard for me to grasp the concept.
Different ways of
learning. So I think my advice to students or those in the late teens, you research it. It's there. You don't have to pay subscription. You get it. It's free right now.
Now we return to Rita, who takes us to one of her favorite shopping spots in Nausori.
Okay, as soon as I walk into the shop, I always walk straight to the dresses. Go to the dress, I look through. My favorite colors would be browns. Love brown. Brown and greens, blue, white, okay. You'll never find me in purple. I can't wear purple. I don't know why, but I can't wear purple. Purple and lots of pink, I can't wear. I love gray,
Gray.
blue, green. Yes, and then I look for my skirts and long pants. But one thing good about Nausori, the second-hand shops are so good. They go as low as 50 cents. Can you believe it? 50 cents. So you'll get even branded clothes 50 cents. Like Country Road, we get Zara here. We get Suzanne. So many. There's a lot of branded clothes, which is good. And another thing is there's less hoarding of clothes when you go to thrift shops, because it's easy to let go of the clothes because you don't pay so much for them. So it's easy to let go, even though it's branded. Just give it away.
So is your wardrobe always being refreshed?
Yes, always. And Nigel complains.
I wonder if I've ever seen you in the same thing twice.
Have you?
I don't think so. I think every time I've seen you, you've worn. Oh, I saw you one time wearing a shirt twice. There's one
The floral one,
shirt.
the big floral one. Yes, that's my favorite one. I love it. Just nice and baggy. I know. I've worn that shirt. That's my favorite one. That's from the second-hand shop as well.
Aside from that, there's like nothing else that I've seen you wear twice.
Yes. Faz, look at that. I found myself a nice size 12 green jeans with this. That works, right? Yes, I'm getting that.
Talk about color and texture.
Yes. This side here you have the dresses, one of my favorite section in this thrift shop. You can find all kinds of dresses for all occasions. This is what I love about the thrift shops.
So what is your favorite sort of style? How do you like to dress? Say that you had to go for lunch with your friends.
Lunch with my friends, I probably just wear baggy pants and a nice baggy shirt. Otherwise, nice long skirt with a small little t-shirt or something tucked in.
I noticed that generally, you had said once before that you only tuck in the front but you leave out the back.
Yeah, like tuck the front and I just leave the back out like that, like just, you know, it's, what you call it, disguises the hip, you know, and it doesn't really show much and it works for me.
It does, and I think it's a style actually that could work for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You also wear a lot of long pants and long skirts.
Yes.
Is there a particular reason for that you don't wear?
I'm conscious just about my island dollar legs. So I like to wear either knee length. If I'm wearing a skirt or a dress, it's gonna be knee length or just below the knee.
Okay.
And if it's but long pants, I like to wear long pants.
Is that something that you would recommend for people to do? Is it something that works?
Yeah, I think so. It works for me. Probably look good on them too. You can get all kinds of sizes, all kinds of brand names in the thrift shops. The best part is you won't bump into someone else wearing the same thing as you, because there's only like one piece of each, and there's branded clothes as well. So you'll get all kinds of brands over here. You'll get Zara, you'll get Target, you'll get that. Look at that. And this boho, yeah. Nice.
Thank you, Rita, for sharing your life with us and for proving that anyone can look fabulous at any budget. Coming up right after the break, we continue our conversation with Philly before meeting Ele Anyebe, plus-size model and body-positive activist who talks to us about her experiences. And last question before you torture me today. Um, so, we talk about body acceptance and body positivity in particular. What do you think is more important, the aesthetics as a result of training or the strength?
I believe strongly in that your strength determines your aesthetics. Yeah, because as you can see, you can research this. Some focus so much on aesthetics that it becomes unhealthy. Some they go into depression because it's an image that you're trying to perfect. If you do strength, it's something that builds you up. It's something that you can compare, like you're challenging yourself, and with strength, you can change what you do. Because whether you in whatever, if it's sport or in life in general, you have to be strong. So you can take the same concept from strength training and apply it to your life, because they are into your real life situations because of the goals that you have to pass, like learning technique, being consistent, you doing challenging exercises. After one exercise gets easier, or going to a heavier weight because the 5 kilo is not light anymore for us. You can go to 8 kilo, like that. So so strength is really important. And your aesthetics, your body weight goals, that'll all come with it after you decide to get strong.
Excellent. Well, thank you for that. So everybody, as everybody knows, or might know, when I first returned to Fiji some years ago now, I was a healthy size. I was never concerned with aesthetics because I am Beyonce. But I was a lot healthier, and I remember that I could run, I was a lot more flexible, and I think I still have good lower body strength, but I think my upper body strength is waned. I am older now as well. So Philly's going to help me get in shape in 20 weeks. So after today's episode, we'll be featuring Philly every single week for the next 20 weeks, and he's assisting me in the transformation of myself.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Wonderful. And
Assisting
he's going to be kind to me.
Assisting you.
And I'll stick to my diet too. And Philly is also going to be in a diet with me.
Yes. Of course, we have to start somewhere.
Thank you.
Silver.
Meet Ele Anyebe, plus-size model and body-positive activist. Ele sits down with me to talk about her experiences growing up and also to give us some style tips. So Ele, tell us about yourself.
I am from the islands of Ovalau. My dad is Nigerian. I am 28 years old and I work at a bank.
You work at a bank. What is somebody as fabulous and stylish as you doing working at a bank?
I am a frontliner. I deal with customer service and dealing with customer-facing roles such as loans and inquiries and stuff along those lines.
So, from when I first saw you, you have always been somebody who struck me as being incredibly stylish.
Thank you.
Tell me, how did you develop that sense of style?
It all started when I was young, around when I was a teenager. I think that's where most people start developing their sense of identity. That's where it started for me, when I gained conscious of my surroundings, who I was, trying to find my identity. Now, I was brought up in both worlds. When I say both worlds, I mean culture-wise. I was split in two.
So you're Fijian and you're Nigerian.
My Fijian and my Nigerian side. And growing up at this age, it all makes sense. It was making sense, actually, because when I was growing up, I grew up around a lot of, around people who had culture. Compared to my nieces and my nephews, they were just used to one culture, which was Fijian, which I'm familiar with. But now, growing up, I have a sense of appreciation of both worlds. So it really impacted my style. Coming up with a culture where, for my dad's side, it was all about colors. And there was always a story behind it, you know, with my name and who I was. And then same thing with my mom's side. It was about understanding who you are, your parents, what made you, how you do things. why you like things. So that all impacted my style and my upbringing.
What does your name mean?
LA. Wow. So I got this name from my grandmother. It means life.
Life.
Life. From my dad's side, that's what he's always said. Life, blessings. LA. ELEYI. Now my last name, Aniape. I'll ask my father about that again. And let me get back to my father about that.
So all we know so far is that you are Life.
Life.
That is a fabulous name.
Is the Fijian saying Bula.
So tell me something. You are a curvy woman. How has that impacted your sense of style and your sense of identity, particularly in the world that we live in?
I'm actually blessed and thank the good Lord that I was surrounded by strong women, even my best friends till this very day. And when I was young, that wasn't the case. It began one day. It was around 7th period. We were going for our PE, and I was surrounded by a lot of Caucasian girls.
Where were you at this time?
Okay, I was 12. I think I was in middle school, Twin Peaks, and it was PE class, and we had to change. Get ready, next period, it's PE, and the schedule was like...
So what I mean is you grew up essentially in the States.
I grew up in the States, I'm sorry. I grew up in the States. I left, I think I was around about 10, 11. I went around when I was first 7 years old, and my mom was like, no, she's too young. She won't hack it. The adjustment will take a while for her. She won't fit in. Best decision my mom had ever made. So when I was around 11, 12, then I went. So 7th period, going for PE. And growing up in Fiji, you were always wearing uniforms. So you really couldn't really identify yourself or be creative with your style. It was uniform. Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday. Going overseas, you were allowed to wear whatever you like. I was taken back and I was like, are you sure? You can wear whatever you like, though there were guidelines. So, a girl like me, what do you wear? T-shirt, shorts, and a flip-flop. School.
Coming up after the break, we continue our conversation with LA, and she shows us how to style up some slamming looks for plus-size figures. Come out, Cinderella! Oh, girl, you look fantastic. You look fantastic. You are so fly. Come forward, do a twirl.
Stop, what since you are?
You are feeling yourself in this outfit.
I am feeling myself. That's what Beyonce said.
So tell us about this outfit.
This outfit, I call it, I stole my boyfriend's shirt, I'm gonna give it to him tomorrow look.
I love that.
Thank you.
Will you really give it back?
Come on, let's be real. Once it's on me, that's it. Claim.
So, okay, give us some tips. Give us some tips based on this outfit. What do you recommend for women to wear?
Women, whether you're big, small, this is an outfit that will fit anybody. Right, this shirt here is amazing. It's comfortable. Right, a shirt that anyone can pick and choose, and it's affordable.
Graphic tees are fantastic.
Everything will never die out, and every girl must have a shimmy in her life. All right, this shimmy is everything. Day, night, preferably night, so you can find yourself home. It feels comfortable, the fabric is good, and it actually compliments me.
It does. It really does. I think the vertical lines are fantastic as well. They elongate.
Yes, especially if you're curvy, it actually accentuates you. That's one. And lastly, heels. Every person that is into fashion must have a pair of heels. All right, it's for everyone and anyone. Heels make you feel some type of way. It makes me feel dominant. Plus, it gives me that little oomph. So when I walk in, I know where my feet is taking me. And I know where people are looking.
I love it. Yeah. Okay, now I would like to see what you would wear on a date.
Oh, wait, darling. Honey, that t-shirt.
So, how did you overcome that sort of that sense of self that didn't necessarily fully value the way that you looked and the way that you appeared? How did you come around that and come to accept and become the fabulous person that you are?
I broke down one day, and it took my mom. My mom was working, and I called her after school, and I was crying on the phone. I said, Mom, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And she's like, what's wrong, Lubengo? And I was like, Mommy, all the girls look so pretty. Why don't I ever fit in? Like, I really felt the whole discrimination against people of color. You know, I don't fit in. They never invite me. You know, this girl is so mean. I'm always hanging out with so-and-so. My mom's like, honey, why are you trying to fit in? Look, once all this is done, meaning school, high school, it's the real world that matters. That's where you have to survive. This is just temporary. And while you're in that school, be fabulous. Because that's all you can be. So do you, Lubengu. Do what makes you happy. It'll be over soon. It'll be over soon. So that was the only thing that my mom kept saying. It'll be over soon. Don't worry. It'll all count once you're out in the real world. So when she gave me that information, I had to find my way some way or another. So whether it's finding the cutest shoes or finding the best outfit for the day, the best t-shirt with the polka dots on it back then with the little puffs, that's what made me fabulous.
So who is the LA of today?
Who is the LA of today? I'm still finding myself. I really can't say LA today is this person. LA today. LA is always finding herself. LA is finding life. Because if I had to put myself whereby I say, oh, this is LA and that's it, I know there's more to me than that. So LA is still finding herself, and I can't really put a cap on it. So to say, I can't really answer that question.
But thank you for that. Now we're going to have a look at your style. We're going to give us some tips, darling.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Ready? Come out, LA. Let's see your date night look. Oh, here she comes. I see print. I see tropical. I see heels. I see fabulous earrings. And twirl and pose.
Yes.
Tell me about this look.
This is my Jungle Night Fever date night look.
I like that, Jungle Night Fever.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Because if you're gonna wear print that's like, it's not working, it won't work. You won't feel it. But for this, I'm feeling it.
So a lot of what you wear really has to do with how you feel.
Yes.
It's about your emotions, about feeling confident and powerful.
Yes.
So would you feel powerful in this look going on a date?
I feel dominant. I feel so powerful. I feel like I can do a lot in this outfit.
Is that important when you're going on a date?
Very important. Because if you feel good and whoever you're going on a date feels the same thing, you're definitely vibing out.
And I really like that you paired this amazing strong print with a solid top.
Yes.
I think it brings attention to what's supposed to be brought attention to. And I also think that it brings out your face, and you are such a beautiful woman.
Thank you.
So there's no distractions, darling. You look fabulous.
Thank you.
So your final message of empowerment to women of all shapes, colors, sizes.
Do not be afraid.
Now that is a good way to end the episode. Thank you very much to all of my very special guests today, and thank you for joining me as we explored what body positivity means in our world today. Next week, we bring you an exciting episode where we discover the various cuisines that are available in Fiji. Until then, take care of each other, be positive, and be kind.